Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now the third lecture of spinal nerve, very important information about the spinal nerve. Okay, now note the thoracic nerve and the L1 and L2 nerve. As soon as it come out of the intervertebral foramen, it is having the three types of fibers, that is sensory, motor and preganglionic sympathetic, while the cervical nerves and the lower lumbar nerves and sacral nerves, when they come out of the intervertebral foramen, they do not have the preganglionic sympathetic, but it has only two types of fibers, that is sensory and motor. Then while each spinal nerve, when it crosses over the sympathetic chain, each spinal nerve receives the postganglionic sympathetic fibers from each ganglion to its own nerve. In this way, note the part, all the spinal nerves must have the postganglionic sympathetic fibers, but only the thoracic and L1 and L2 have the preganglionic sympathetic fibers. Then the S2, S3 and the fourth spinal nerve, these spinal nerves have the, when it originates to the intervertebral foramen, it is having the preganglionic parasympathetic fibers which originate from the lateral horn cells present in the S2, S3 and S4 segment of the spinal cord. No other spinal nerve is having any parasympathetic fibers. Only S2, S3 and S4 have parasympathetic preganglionic fibers, which supplies the contents of the pelvis as well as the lower abdominal carriage, for example, the descending colon, the rectum and the anal canal, etc. While each spinal nerve must have postganglionic sympathetic fibers. Then you note that the cervical one nerve have no cutaneous nerve. In the same way, the posterior rami of the lower cervical and lower lumbar, they also do not reach to the skin. Otherwise, all these spinal nerves, they have the posterior primary rami which supplies the skin of the back. This is about the spinal nerve, complete detail. I hope you get, but always you study the first lecture, second and third in sequence, then it will be very easy for you. Thank you.